This is going to be my Leo video. I will go ahead and tell you what I've told everybody else over the past week. Sorry, I just got through delivering newspapers. I deliver newspapers early in the morning. And what I've been doing is when I get in from delivering papers, I've been coming right in and I've been making a video. Because my internet's so slow, I literally just let it upload while I sleep. I swear it takes like 2 hours to upload one video. If it weren't for that, I could probably make more in a day. But anyway, I'm doing my paid personal readings a lot different now. They're interactive. And so we can communicate, either video chat or even on the phone. I'm real open. I'm real approachable like that. And so my sessions are like 40 minutes. $40 for like 35 minutes. And, the whole time, you can ask me questions and, I can kind of get a sense and a feel for your energy as well. And it just works better that way. And I can let you know what's blocking you in different areas of your life, as far as like, abundance goes, love, money, let you know where your energy's at. I'll include in the description of the video that information for PayPal and Cash App if that's something you want to do, or if you want to make an energy donation, those are appreciated as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. We have the Ten of Cups. So what I'm getting with this card is that you have completed a cycle, and the cups are all about love. This is that love energy. So whatever type of cycles or patterns you've been stuck in as far as love and relationships go, those have ended because you have had clarity lately. And if you haven't, this is coming in because this is, your new energy. You have had clarity as to why you have chosen the situations that you have in the past, why you've gone down the roads that you've gone down. So with that being said, your current relationship is either going to improve because you have boundaries now and you are putting yourself first, and if not, this is the energy you need to be in. That or a new love is coming into your life. And also, we have the Lovers card coming up, and I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but I feel like that does go along with this card here too. With the Lovers card, you're offered a choice, so it might even be a situation where you're leaving one relationship and going into another one, and you have a choice right now. Because to clarify that Ten of Cups, we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So what I'm getting with this is that you're really noticing things because there is a lot of clarity in this reading here. You're noticing things that maybe you didn't notice before. And this all has to do with the patterns of codependency that you've been in before. And I've talked about this before, I believe, with you, Leo, in past readings, that there is a certain element of codependency that you're still clearing. And people mistake codependency for love. Love is fearless, and with love, you don't place any conditions on another person at all. You are not dependent upon them to make you feel some kind of way or to make you happy, because you're happy and complete already on your own. With codependency, however, it's more of an addiction, an obsession, a compulsion. You really feel like you need that person, because if they're not there, then you're not happy, or maybe you're dependent upon them financially, or there's something that you're dependent upon them for. And also codependency can have to do with addiction. Either you or your partner are facing, some type of addictions at this point, and so you're kind of dependent upon each other, and it's become real unhealthy. But now you're kind of seeing it. And so, like I said, this is coming to an end, these cycles that you've been in, because you do see that you deserve a higher vibrational situation, connection. And that maybe someone has even came into your life that you've met that you're like, wow, I would love to have something with them. And so now you're being offered a choice. And like I said, that is the next card. You have the Lovers card. And so I'm feeling very strongly that you're torn between two people. And it could even, I'm even feeling like maybe for some of you, it's someone returning from your past. Now understand, I talk about fluid relationships all the time. With a fluid relationship, don't be afraid to let people come and go, because sometimes we both need room, you both need room to grow. And so that means, kind of going out into the world and having your own experiences and growing and maturing and really learning to, about yourself and why you do things, and then coming back together again. So I do feel like you're being offered this choice right now. And the message that's coming through, because these cards here, the major arcana, I don't really know them. And so I actually have to look them up in the book to know what they are. And so I looked this one up and had seen that it was lovers. And hold on, I had read the little description. What did I do with it? And when I read it, I thought, wow, hold on. And usually I don't read these, but I did want to read this one. The Lovers. A choice is offered to you that could change everything. Listen to your heart's guidance. Follow the path of love. Wow. So definitely follow your heart and really kind of stay out of your mind right now, because to clarify that card, we have financial constraints. And so this is what I was saying earlier. I feel like some of you are maybe even dependent financially upon the partner that you're with right now. Possibly this is somebody that you're living with. Maybe, you really haven't felt anything for them, nothing good anyway, for a long time. But you're both kind of stuck because you're financially dependent upon one another, because that's the energy that I'm getting with this card. And the message that Spirit is giving me is to follow your heart, and don't be scared to walk away from toxic situations, because you will be universally supported. When you do that and you follow your heart and you trust the universe always has your back, you'll have everything you need. So don't be scared, especially if there are some elements of abuse. And abuse doesn't have to be physical abuse. And sometimes the others are worse. Then we have the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is all about balance. This can be a balance, a blend between the spiritual and the physical aspects. But what I'm getting, there's a lot of physical energy in this reading. And normally anyone who watches my videos know that I'm really more or less focused on the spiritual aspects. But Spirit is guiding me to do more of a physical type reading for you, Leo, because you are dealing with lower energies. And I have talked about this before. I don't subscribe to the belief that there is good and evil. There's only oneness. And there's only one consciousness. There's only higher energies and lower energies. Your own ego is the devil, because your own ego is what wants you not to be happy, and really puts you into lower energies. So right now you're really in that devil energy. And the devil energy, like I said, usually involves addictions and codependency. What I'm getting with this Temperance card is, if you think about it, Temperance was I believe this has to do with walking away from any type of toxic situations, including addictions. And to do this, the message that's coming through from Spirit is to go cold turkey. And it might be uncomfortable for a while, even if you are detoxing from people. Okay? It can be uncomfortable for a while. But Spirit is saying that after the first week, you'll feel so much better that you won't want to go back. We have the lotus flower unfoldment. If you know anything about the lotus grows in mud. It literally is a beautiful flower that springs up from mud. And I know when I was going through some tough times last year, I really did resonate with the Lotus, because I thought, man, I feel like I am the Lotus, because with everything that's going on in my life right now, I was dealing with a lot of clearing codependency, and clearing codependency is really, really hard. But literally the only way to do it is cold turkey. And I kept saying, you know what? I'm going to spring up as a beautiful lotus out of the mud. So that just goes to show you that everything that you're going through is leading you to where you need to be at. So don't judge it. And a lot of times we look back on our lives and we think, man, I wish I had gone this way or gone that way. I wish I had taken this turn or that turn instead of the way that I went. But there are no mistakes as long as you learn from them. And do watch my my past lives reading that I do. I just did my first one last week. Or earlier in the week. And I'm going to be doing one every week, in addition to my twin flames and my all signs reading. We all have a soul family, a soul kin, a soul clan, that we, in the fifth dimension, we are in this great planning room. Before we even incarnate into the bodies that we're in, we plan what type of experiences we want to have on a human level, and then we simulate them. They're simulated. That's how divine beings have human experiences. So anything that you have experienced, you were supposed to experience. You were supposed to. It was just like it was planned. But the message that's coming through from Spirit now is to, okay, you've had those experiences. Quit dwelling on them. Quit focusing on the past. Don't worry about the future. Be very present in the now moment right now and focus on what you need to do to get yourself feeling better. And let that be your intention, to always put yourself first, your spiritual growth. We have the Emperor. And basically what I'm getting with this Emperor as well is that energy of, and this can be Empress, power. Step into your power. And how do you step into your power? Release the victim mentality. Anything that's happened to you in the past that has made you feel like a victim, release that, because that is how you take back your power. For one thing, realize that as a soul, you planned these experiences, so it was perfect, and everybody had a part to play, and everybody played their part. So do forgive them. They were soul family. But with that being said, always have good boundaries. And how do you always have good boundaries? By always placing and making yourself first. Always, in all situations. And this is how you step into your power. When you release the victim mentality and the stories that you tell yourself, you stop aligning to those type of situations, and you start aligning to higher vibrational situations. Take the stories you've been telling yourself and really do some meditating and contemplating. Try to figure out what stories have been playing in the background, and tell yourself some new stories so that they can play in the background instead. This is the message card, and basically what I got with this was that you really needed to hear this message today. I feel like all my videos are very divinely guided, but I feel like this one especially was very, very much needed. I also feel like somebody's going to get some good news, some news that they've been waiting to hear. Something possibly about a job or about housing. Some good news about things that are going to start looking up and looking brighter for you, because I feel like you've been waiting around for something, waiting to hear from someone. And so that is going to happen. Do expect it to happen. Just don't. It's going to come in a way that is going to surprise you. And just the message that's coming through right now is stay very, very positive. And like I said, tell yourself new stories. Step into your power by releasing that, releasing the past, cutting cords with people, setting good boundaries, and releasing the stories that you tell yourself. We have the Hangman, and the Hangman is a stagnant energy. You're not moving right now. It's like you've been waiting to live, waiting for that next big moment. A lot of times we get into this energy where we wait from, for vacation to vacation, or I can't wait till payday, or I can't wait till Saturday. Or the message that's coming through from Spirit is to be focused and present. Stop dwelling on the past, stop worrying about the future, and be very present right now in the now moment. And enjoy every single day, every single minute of the day. And the other message that's coming through is to keep a gratitude journal. Every day, find like 5 things to be grateful for. This will help you to stay very positive. This will help you to release that victim mentality. If you've been in a place of this waiting energy where you feel like you're not growing because possibly you've been waiting to hear from this, whatever this was right here, or even feeling like the other message that I'm getting and the energy that I'm getting from this card is possibly feeling stuck in your current situation, this situation over here, that, this is as good as it gets, that you really can't do any better. And that this is where you're at, and you could possibly even be scared of change. Well, I don't want to change. I'm very stable. I like things the way that they are right now. And maybe possibly even feeling like you don't deserve any better. That message is coming through too. And once again, that has to do with the stories that you're telling yourself. I know I have a spirit guide who I visit at the cemetery. And he's actually a spirit guide now, but we've had many past lives together. And since I have been dealing more and more, like my gift, my spiritual gift is I read energy. I don't see or hear spirits, but I feel them and I read the energy, and that's how I'm able to read these cards. And so I've been seeing and hearing spirits lately. So I've developed a new gift, and at first it kind of set me back a little bit. I was like, whoa, because it kind of scared me because my whole life I've been around spirits, but I felt, but I haven't seen or heard. So just the fact that this new gift had hit me, and I'm kind of trying to adjust to it, I asked my spirit guide at the cemetery the other day, I said, I want to see you in physical form. Well, now he's as a bird. He's always a bird. And so he's always showing up as a bird. And so when I was communicating with him the other day, I said, I've always loved birds, but there's a certain arrogance about birds. Why is it that birds are so arrogant? He said it's because they know their worth, they know their value, and they are universally cared for, and they don't worry about it. They know that's what they deserve. They know that's their value. Unlike us humans with our conditions and our fears that we've taken on, where, we're conditioned sometimes to feel like we're not good enough. We've always had to earn love or earn affection or earn things. And so we always felt like we weren't enough, and we always had to work hard at it. So the message that came through was to be like the birds and to know your value, know your worth. It took a while to be able to describe that energy. Perfect timing. This is the right time for you to move forward. So the energy that I'm getting, this has to do with that message here. And it has to do with that clarity, with that clarity that came through. And that feeling stuck, that hangman energy, that feeling like this is as good as it gets, and this is just my life, this is just what it is. Spirit's letting you know that the time is to move forward. If you've been feeling like you want to do something else, maybe you want to branch out on your own, or you want to even explore this option here too with that other lover card, that that lover choices card. Spirit's letting you know that it's being divinely guided and that you are safe to do that. So do move forward. That is beautiful. We have the Tower card. Now, this really does go along with this energy over here because the Tower is all about clarity. When the Tower comes down, it's like you see things for the first time in a new light. And you realize that everything that you thought was for you is not for you. And that tower comes crashing down because it was never built on a solid foundation to begin with. They were all illusions. And so these illusions come crashing down, and you're faced with the truth. And I feel like the truth was you faced yourself and faced your inner demons, that whole devil energy, that ego that doesn't want you to be happy, that has made choices without good intentions. The intentions were not to make you happy. The intentions were to make others happy. So the message that's coming through is to always put yourself first, always. And this will become second nature because to clarify that card, we have discipline, training, consistency, practice. It's beautiful. I was just looking at the picture. So basically, what I'm getting with this is that it will become second nature once you learn how to really love yourself and to really be in the energy of always putting yourself first and having these boundaries. It'll become second nature, but in the beginning, you're going to have to be very mindful of it. Pay attention. Pay attention to where your energy goes, because where your energy goes, that is what you're manifesting. And a lot of times we manifest shit out of default, out of our fears. I know the message that's came through for me over the past week is I've really been wanting, success with this channel. But Spirit keeps telling me that I have to balance my own energy first. And until I get to the place where I have solid intentions and they're for me, for my soul to sing, to make my soul happy, rather than that whole ego devil energy. Like, I want success and fame because I want to prove to people who've hurt me in the past, look how successful I can be. That message is coming through for somebody. If you're in that energy of that look at me, see me, I've got a lot to prove, you will never be successful because it has to come from a pure place and it has to be for you. So do always be mindful and discipline yourself. And also the message that's coming through too with the discipline is it has to do with those addictive behaviors. Being consistent and really being mindful and disciplining yourself, really learning to have control over yourself. Do honor your feelings, but stay out of your head, because I'm going to tell you what, we create with whatever we believe to be true. So make sure you know what stories you're telling yourself. When I got this house card, I really had to sit and meditate on it, because whenever I get the house card, I always read it a different way. But see, you notice it's beside the adjudication card. And so basically the message that I'm getting with this is possibly somebody's getting a divorce right now, or you're wanting to get a divorce, but you're worried about your living situation because you have these financial constraints. And I had said before that the universe will have your back. Everything will work out just like it's supposed to. And this house could have to do with this message. Maybe you've been trying to buy your own house, or maybe you're trying to move out of your current situation and you're going to receive those news. But that is coming. And like I said, this could even be a divorce. But there is going to be a positive outcome because we have this dog card here. And I never read this up here because it can be very negative, and I'm not a negative reader. But basically, I'm reading, when we have a dog, we have a companion who is a true companion, who is really there for us. So the message that I'm getting with this is that, you do have a lot of support right now. And if you don't have a lot of support, the universe is letting you know that you are supported and that people are going to come in to support you when you need it most. And that is part of this message here. And also, don't be scared to give that to yourself. Don't be scared to be your own best friend right now. And a lot of times that is where your power comes from. Man, I know since I have had to depend on myself, I went through some really hard times, and like my family, people I thought was friends, everybody abandoned me. I was completely alone in my darkest hour. And I really did judge that. I thought this is horrible, but it ended up being beautiful because I'm so much stronger now. Like, I literally feel like I can accomplish anything on my own. So I said, don't judge the situations that are at hand because they are there to serve you. This postcard oracle message, I always save this for the end of the reading, and understand I don't read it until then because I love for it to really back up anything that I've said. Dearest you, there are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. It happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. Wow. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you that doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's shown up in your life. Oh my God. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much, we really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights. Allow your lights to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so, so much. Wow, that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. But I feel like that denial has to do with those patterns you've been stuck in. But you will have this tower moment where you will see these things, where they will come to you. But it does say here to release the past, your past experiences. So do throw away the map that you've been using. I can't make this up. That is beautiful. That codependent map, those patterns and those cycles that you've been stuck in. Well, this is your reading, Leo, and do check out, you won't have the Leo reading this week coming up, but there will be an all signs reading, and there will be the past lives reading, which is really interesting if you want to check that out. Thank you for watching.